Welcome to today's Lost Souls, where we bring you the most impactful and unforgettable stories from around the world. Today, we remember the lives of remarkable individuals whose legacies continue to inspire and resonate. From iconic musicians to trailblazing activists, join us as we celebrate their extraordinary contributions and bid farewell to those who have left an indelible mark on our lives. Stay tuned for a journey through their incredible stories. Lucy Markovic. Lucy Markovic, the Australian model who captivated audiences as the runner-up on Australia's Next Top Model in 2015, passed away on April 10, 2025, at the age of 27. Her death followed complications from emergency brain surgery to treat a rare condition known as arteriovenous malformation, AVM, a tangled web of blood vessels in the brain that disrupts normal blood flow. Hailing from the Gold Coast, Lucy was just 16 when she stepped into the national spotlight on Season 9 of Australia's Next Top Model. Her striking presence and quiet confidence earned her second place, narrowly missing the title to Brittany Beattie. But it was clear from the start, Lucy had the makings of a global star. Her modeling career quickly took flight. Lucy signed with top agencies including Elite Model Management in New York and Select Model Management in Paris and London. She walked for fashion powerhouses like Versace, Armani, Givenchy, Victoria Beckham, and Dolce & Gabbana. Her elegance graced the pages of Vogue, Marie Claire, and Vanity Fair, and she became a regular on runways in Paris, Milan, and New York. In March 2025, Lucy shared with her followers that she had been living with AVM for 4 years. The condition had caused seizures and required heavy medication. She described the malformation as the size of a golf ball and announced plans for surgery, initially scheduled for March 26, later moved to April 2. In her final Instagram post, she wrote, "Excited, thankful, scared, supported, hopeful, full flood of emotions in this time. Life's a journey and I'm ready for the next chapter." Tragically, Lucy fell into a coma following the surgery and passed away peacefully, surrounded by her partner Carlo, her mother, and Carlo's mother. Her passing was confirmed via a heartfelt Instagram post. She was at peace. "We ask you to please give us space in these hard times. May Lucy rest in peace." The fashion industry mourned the loss of a rising star. Donatella Versace shared a tribute on Instagram. "I am so sorry to hear the news about @Lucy Markovic, rest in peace, beautiful girl." Designer Alex Perry remembered her as a joy to work with and adding, "Lucy was such a beautiful girl." Her agency, Elite Model Management, honored her memory. Lucy was a bright, shining light. Her smile and laughter could light up. She brought elegance, strength, her warmth, her laughter. Lucy Markovic's life, though tragically short, was filled with brilliance. From a teenage hopeful on a reality show to an international fashion icon, she inspired countless others with her resilience, grace, and authenticity. Her journey was a testament to the power of dreams and determination. She leaves behind a legacy that will continue to inspire in the fashion world and beyond. Lucy's light will forever shine in the hearts of those who knew her and admired her from afar. Betty Webb. Charlotte Elizabeth Betty Webb, a remarkable British codebreaker and one of the last living heroes of World War II, passed away on March 31, 2025 at the age of 101. Her life was marked by quiet service and immense contribution during one of history's most defining moments. Early life and journey to Bletchley Park. Betty Webb was born on May 13, 1923, in Shropshire, England. Raised in a modest home, she was educated by her mother before attending school. In 1937, at just 14 years old, Betty was sent to Germany to live with a Moravian family, a pivotal experience that deepened her understanding of the German language and culture, unknowingly preparing her for a vital role in the war ahead. In 1941, at the age of 18, Betty joined the Auxiliary Territorial Service, ATS, the women's branch of the British Army. Her fluency in German earned her a transfer to the legendary Bletchley Park, the British government's top-secret code-breaking facility. There, Betty became part of a historic operation to intercept and decode German and Japanese military communications. Silent service in a secret war. At Bletchley Park, Betty worked in Hut 3 and Block F, decoding enemy messages and translating intelligence that would eventually influence major military decisions. Though her work was behind the scenes, it was absolutely critical. The information she helped process contributed to the success of Allied forces on multiple fronts, including D-Day. Betty was bound by the Official Secrets Act and could not speak about her wartime role for decades. Even her family was unaware of the depth of her service until years later when her story finally came to light. A legacy of quiet bravery. After the war, Betty continued her public service, working with the Foreign Office in both the UK and the United States. She spent much of her later life speaking about her wartime experiences, especially encouraging young women to pursue careers in intelligence and national service. In her final years, Betty became a celebrated symbol of wartime resilience and female contribution, receiving numerous honors and participating in documentaries and public commemorations. Betty Webb's death marks the end of an era. Her life was a quiet force that helped change the course of history. She may not have worn a uniform on the battlefield, but her mind was a weapon, and the world is forever grateful. George Freeman. George Freeman, the legendary jazz guitarist and a cornerstone of Chicago's vibrant music scene, passed away on April 2, 2025, just days before his 98th birthday. Born on April 10, 1927 in Chicago, Illinois, George was immersed in music from an early age. His father, a Chicago police officer, introduced him to the city's thriving jazz culture, often bringing him to clubs where he befriended musicians including the iconic Louis Armstrong. George's family was musically gifted. His brothers, Von Freeman and Eldridge Blues Freeman, were accomplished saxophonist and drummer respectively, and his nephew Chico Freeman became a renowned saxophonist. George's passion for the guitar was evident during his teenage years. He attended USAL High School, known for its exceptional music program, where he honed his skills and developed a distinctive style that blended jazz, blues, and soul. Unlike many guitarists of his time who played supporting roles, George envisioned the guitar as a lead instrument, capable of commanding the stage alongside saxophones and trumpets. In the 1940s, George began his professional career, playing in various bands and recording with the Joe Morris Orchestra. His talent caught the attention of jazz luminaries, leading to collaborations with legends like Charlie Parker. Their performances at Chicago's Pershing Ballroom in 1950 were particularly notable, showcasing George's innovative use of overdrive and power chords, which was unconventional for jazz guitarists at the time. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, George's career flourished. He toured with tenor saxophonist Syl Austin and vocalist Jackie Wilson, and later with organists Wild Bill Davis and Richard Groove Holmes. His versatility allowed him to adapt to various styles, from bebop to soul jazz, making him a sought-after guitarist in the jazz community. In 1969, George released his debut album, Birth Sign, marking the beginning of a prolific recording career. Over the decades, he released several albums, including New Improved Funk and The Good Life, the latter recorded in 2022 when he was 95 years old. George's contributions to jazz were not limited to his recordings. He was a mentor to many young musicians, sharing his knowledge and passion for music. His performances at Chicago's Green Mill Cocktail Lounge became legendary, drawing audiences eager to witness his masterful guitar playing. Even in his later years, George remained active in the music scene. He had planned to celebrate his 98th birthday with performances at the Green Mill on April 11 and 12, 2025. These shows will now serve as tributes to his enduring legacy, led by his bandmates. George Freeman's passing marks the end of an era in Chicago jazz. His innovative spirit, dedication to his craft, and influence on generations of musicians ensure that his legacy will live on. He leaves behind a rich tapestry of music that continues to inspire and captivate audiences worldwide.
Val Edward Kilmer, the versatile and enigmatic actor known for his iconic roles in Top Gun, The Doors, and Batman Forever, passed away on April 1, 2025, in Los Angeles due to pneumonia. He was 65 years old. Born on December 31, 1959, in Los Angeles, Kilmer's passion for acting led him to become the youngest student accepted into Juilliard's prestigious drama division at the time. He began his film career with comedic roles in Top Secret, 1984, and Real Genius, 1985, but it was his portrayal of Lt. Tom Iceman Kazansky in Top Gun, 1986, that catapulted him to stardom. Kilmer's dedication to his craft was evident in his transformative performances. In The Doors, 1991, he embodied Jim Morrison so convincingly that even Morrison's bandmates were astounded by his portrayal. His role as Doc Holliday in Tombstone, 1993, showcased his ability to delve deep into complex characters, earning him critical acclaim. In 1995, Kilmer donned the cape and cowl as Bruce Wayne Batman in Batman Forever, bringing a brooding intensity to the role. Despite the film's commercial success, he chose not to reprise the role, seeking more diverse and challenging parts. Throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, Kilmer took on a variety of roles, from Simon Templar in The Saint, 1997, to a blind man regaining sight in At First Sight, 1999. His performance in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, 2005, alongside Robert Downey Jr., was particularly lauded, marking a return to form for the actor. In 2014, Kilmer was diagnosed with throat cancer, a battle he initially kept private. The treatments, including chemotherapy, radiation, and 2 tracheotomies, severely impacted his voice and overall health. Despite these challenges, Kilmer remained resilient, documenting his journey in his 2020 memoir, I'm Your Huckleberry, and the 2021 documentary Val, which offered an intimate look into his life and career. In 1995, Kilmer donned the cape and cowl as Bruce Wayne Batman in Batman Forever, bringing a brooding intensity to the role. Despite the film's commercial success, he chose not to reprise the role, seeking more diverse and challenging parts. Throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, Kilmer took on a variety of roles, from Simon Templar in The Saint, 1997, to a blind man regaining sight in At First Sight, 1999. His performance in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, 2005, alongside Robert Downey Jr., was particularly lauded, marking a return to form for the actor. In 2014, Kilmer was diagnosed with throat cancer, a battle he initially kept private. The treatments, including chemotherapy, radiation, and 2 tracheotomies, severely impacted his voice and overall health. Despite these challenges, Kilmer remained resilient, documenting his journey in his 2020 memoir, I'm Your Huckleberry, and the 2021 documentary Val, which offered an intimate look into his life and career. Kilmer made a poignant return to the big screen in Top Gun, Maverick, 2022, reprising his role as Iceman. Due to his vocal limitations, advanced AI technology was employed to recreate his voice, allowing him to deliver a heartfelt performance that resonated with audiences and critics alike. Kilmer's passing prompted an outpouring of tributes from fans and colleagues. Tom Cruise honored his Top Gun co-star with a moment of silence at CinemaCon, reflecting on their shared history and Kilmer's impact on the film industry. He is survived by his 2 children, Mercedes and Jack, from his marriage to actress Joanne Whalley. Kilmer's dedication to his craft, his transformative performances, and his unwavering spirit in the face of adversity have left an indelible mark on cinema. Clem Burke, the dynamic drummer and rhythmic heartbeat of the legendary rock band Blondie, passed away on April 6, 2025, at the age of 70, following a private battle with cancer. Born Clement Anthony Bezewski on November 24, 1954, in Bayonne, New Jersey, Burke's passion for music ignited at a young age. He began playing drums in his early teens, drawing inspiration from iconic drummers like Ringo Starr and Keith Moon. His early experiences included performing with local bands and participating in drum corps, honing the skills that would later define his career. In 1975, Burke joined Blondie, a then-emerging band in New York's vibrant music scene. Alongside Debbie Harry and Chris Stein, he became one of the core members, contributing to all of the band's 11 studio albums. His energetic and innovative drumming was instrumental in crafting Blondie's unique blend of punk, new wave, and pop, leading to global hits like Heart of Glass, Call Me, and The Tide is High. Beyond Blondie, Burke's versatility as a drummer led him to collaborate with a diverse array of artists. He performed with the Ramones under the pseudonym Elvis Ramone, and worked with legends such as Bob Dylan, Iggy Pop, Joan Jett, Nancy Sinatra, and the Eurythmics. His ability to adapt to various musical styles made him a sought-after session musician and a respected figure in the rock community. In 2006, Burke's contributions to music were formally recognized when he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame alongside his Blondie bandmate. His drumming style, characterized by its power and precision, influenced countless musicians and left an indelible mark on the industry. Following his passing, tributes poured in from fans and fellow musicians alike. Nancy Sinatra expressed her sorrow, stating, "My heart is shattered." Clem became an icon as a member of Blondie, but he was also an important part of my band, the KAB. I was blessed to call him my friend. Clem Burke's rhythm and spirit continue to resonate through the music he helped create, inspiring future generations of musicians. His legacy as a drummer, collaborator, and pioneer in the rock genre remains unparalleled. Alice Tan Ridley, the soulful singer, who rose from the New York City subway platforms to national acclaim on America's Got Talent, passed away on March 25, 2025, in New York City. She was 72 years old. Born on December 21, 1952, in Lumpkin, Georgia, Alice was the seventh of 8 children. After graduating from Stewart County High School in 1969, she moved to New York City, where she earned her teaching license and began working as a special education teacher. For over 3 decades, Alice captivated commuters with her powerful renditions of classics like "I Will Always Love You" and "My Heart Will Go On" in the Herald Square subway station. Her performances drew crowds and admiration, making her a beloved figure in the city's underground music scene. In 2010, at the age of 57, Alice auditioned for the 5th season of America's Got Talent, delivering a stunning performance of Etta James, at last. Her soulful voice and heartfelt delivery earned her a spot in the semifinals, bringing her talent to a wider audience. Following her television success, Alice released her debut album, Never Lost My Way, in 2016 at the age of 63. She continued to perform at various venues, including Harlem's Cotton Club, and participated in events like Showtime, at the Apollo and the documentary Ride. Alice was the proud mother of actress Gabourey Sidibe, known for her Oscar-nominated role in Precious, and son Ahmed Sidibe. She is survived by her children, twin grandchildren Cooper and Maya, and several siblings. Her legacy lives on through her music and the inspiration she provided to countless aspiring artists. Walton Goggins, the Southern-born actor known for his intense presence and unforgettable characters in both television and film, passed away on April 10, 2025, at the age of 53. His sudden death shocked fans and colleagues around the world, leaving behind a legacy of versatile performances and raw emotional depth that defined a generation of storytelling. Born on November 10, 1971, in Birmingham, Alabama, Walton Sanders Goggins Jr. grew up with a love for storytelling that took him from the Deep South to Hollywood's brightest stages. He got his first real break in the mid-1990s, but truly rose to fame with his role as Detective Shane Vendrell on the FX series The Shield, 2002 to 2008. The show became a critical success, and Goggins' morally torn, impulsive, and dangerously loyal character was one of its core pillars. But it was his performance as Boyd Crowder in Justified, 2010 to 2015, that cemented his place in television history. Originally intended to be a one-episode character, Boyd became a fan favorite, thanks to Goggins' magnetic charisma and unpredictable intensity. The role earned him an Emmy nomination and showcased his ability to humanize even the most dangerous men. Goggins wasn't limited to television. He made powerful appearances in films like Django Unchained and The Hateful Eight, both directed by Quentin Tarantino, where he brought Southern grit and psychological complexity to every frame. He also starred in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Tomb Raider, and Lincoln, proving his flexibility across genres, from westerns to superhero film. In 2025, he was starring in The White Lotus Season 3, in a role that hit close to home. His character, Rick Hatchett, explored themes of grief and emotional healing, parallels Walton openly acknowledged, referencing his personal journey after losing his first wife, Leanne Korn, in 2004. He later found love again with filmmaker Nadia Connors, with whom he had a son, Augustus. Behind his intense on-screen roles was a deeply thoughtful, spiritual, and introspective man. Colleagues often spoke of his infectious energy, humility, and the way he brought vulnerability to even the most hardened characters. Goggins believed that every role was a chance to reflect real pain, real redemption, and real humanity. His characters often lived in the gray areas, criminals with conscience, preachers with secrets, lawmen with ghosts. And in doing so, he made audiences feel seen. Walton Goggins may have passed far too soon, but his work lives on, in every conflicted antihero, every wounded soul, every story that dares to reveal the uncomfortable truths of the human condition.